Welcome. Today we're going to work on some practical things. We're going to be working on getting up and down off of the floor, building strength for that. So essentially confidence for getting up and down off of the floor. And we won't really need a yoga mat. You just give yourself a bit of space in which to work and make sure you have a chair that doesn't have arms and doesn't have wheels. And as you're getting set up, I want to remind you to always work within your level of comfort and maintain an even breath as you go. This is something that somebody requested, and I do want to thank you for those of you who have asked to cover a few different things. I'm working my way through them, so thank you so much for your patience, and thank you for your requests. All right, so stand with your feet a little bit away from the seat of the chair, maybe a foot or so away from the chair, and have your feet hip width apart parallel. Stand up nice and tall. Now we're just going to get the hands down to the seat of the chair and kind of work through a bit of strengthening through the legs to do that. So from here, bend your knees, but push your hips back. So you're kind of sending your tailbone back and reach your hands down. So coming to a modified table position with the hands on the chair. And from here, anchor your hands, soften your knees and soften your elbows. Create a little bit of activation in the abdomen to keep the spine, the low back supported. And then we'll just work with shifting our weight from side to side, getting a sense of our center of gravity. So from here, shift your weight into your left leg and then shift your weight into your right leg and just sense the legs activating, sense the shift of weight in the arms, a bit of core activation this creates. And then from here, we're going to shift our weight to the left leg. And once you're there, move your elbows down, your forearms and elbows down to the seat of the chair. So you're getting a bit lower. Keep your chin tucked, and then bend your right knee. Send your right foot back so you can put your right knee down on the floor, and then put your left knee down on the floor. Okay, and you can lift your torso up and just shake your arms out a little bit. So now you're down. Now we'll come up from there. Now, send your forearms and your hands forward on the seat of the chair so you can lean forward, getting some weight into the chair. Now we're going to anchor the left leg. So this exercise, this practice, we just led with the left leg. This is the strengthening leg, and the right leg is the moving leg. And then we're going to alternate, okay? So from here, anchor your left foot. So you have to lift that left knee up, put your left foot flat. Push down, use your arms too. Push down through that left leg to stand up, anchor your right foot. Once your feet are anchored, anchor your hands so your torso lifts up a bit, and then bend your knees, sending your hips back, putting your weight in your legs and standing up. Once you're there, shake your arms out, shake your legs out. And then we'll do the same thing, but we'll use the right leg as our stabilizing leg, okay? So stand again in front of the seat of the chair. Stand tall, so find your Tadasana alignment. Lift up tall through your spine, breathe evenly. Okay, and now sending the hips back, bend your knees. Push your hips back, tailbone back, get your hands down. Just reestablish that neutral alignment and shift your weight from one side to the other. Stay a bit active in the abdomen so you're not sinking or sagging, overarching, or rounding the spine, okay? Shifting the weight. Now shift your weight to your right leg. And keep your weight on that right leg, send your left foot back, and then lower yourself down. And again, you can drop down to your forearms like we did before, lowering down, and then getting your right knee down and lifting up. And kind of shake the arms out a bit. Come back up to stand, kind of working in reverse, okay? Anchoring the forearms. Now, shift your weight to your left side so you can put your right foot back down to anchor that right leg. Use your arms leaning into the chair. Push down through the right leg. Anchor your left foot. Once your feet are anchored, then put your hands on the seat of the chair. And then from here, bend your knees, sending your tailbone back a bit, putting weight into both legs and coming up to stand. And then again, shake your arms out, shake your legs out. Now you can keep working on that, and once you feel you have the strength and the confidence, then we can work down to the floor and then use the chair to get up. And I'll show you that practical practice. But if this was really challenging, what we just did, if that was very challenging, then stick with that for a little bit of time before you move on to the next step, okay? Now give yourself a little bit of extra space. If you are going to try the next thing, give yourself a bit of extra space. So slide that chair away and then back up from the chair. So you're giving yourself some room to work. And we're going to move down to the floor, getting down to the floor through a soft, a relaxed forward bend. So stand tall, release your arms a bit, shake it out. And then from here, bend your knees just a bit and tuck your chin down. And then roll down through your spine. So you're reaching your arms down, bending your knees as you go down. Bend your knees enough to get your hands to the floor. And once your hands are down, walk your hands forward and slowly lower your knees down. Okay, so now we're in table. And from here, we're going to crawl forward, moving forward to the seat of the chair. If you can get down on the floor at a table, just crawling around for 20 seconds or so on the floor is really great work to strengthen the arms, strengthen the legs, the core, the back. So that's a good thing to do. So from here, anchor the forearms and the palms once again. And then we'll lead with the left leg. Anchor the left foot. So shift your weight to your right leg. Pick your left foot up to anchor it. And then use your arms and that left leg to push down and lift the hips to anchor the right foot. Once your feet are anchored, anchor your hands on the seat of the chair and then move your hips back, putting weight in both legs and standing back up. And then shake your arms out, shake your legs out. And then we'll do the same thing and stand up leading with the right leg. So backing up, giving yourself some room to move down to table once again. All right, now soften your knees, tuck your chin, roll down through your spine, peeling down, bending your knees to get your hands to the floor. Once your hands are down, walk your hands forward. This is great work for the upper body too. And you can come to table. You can hold in table as long as you like. You can work in and out of cat stretch, do a little bit of movement, and then move forward. Walk your hands and knees forward to get to the seat of your chair, anchoring your forearms and your palms, getting the knees under your hips, and then shifting your weight to your left leg so you can anchor your right foot. And then use your arms, your torso, and the strength of that right leg to lift the hips, anchor your left foot. So once your feet are anchored, put your hands on the seat of the chair. And then bend your knees, sending your hips back, putting your weight in both legs and standing up. And then shake it out. All right. And that's all for today. That's a great way to start working on building strength and confidence for getting up and down off of the floor, which is a really great thing to be able to do. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you've fallen, you'll know that you can get back up, okay? You can find a way to get over to a chair, get over to some support, and now you know what to do to get yourself up off of the floor. But even just getting up and down off of the floor is a great way to build strength, okay? Well, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Namaste.